Man, you've been on your fucking grind since you got out the pen, man.
Nigga, what it's called?
Gully TV, holla at your boy.
Big shout out to Gully TV, you know what I'm saying?
Dropping the Gully TV's dropping. Exclusives on every joint, man.
Nigga, what it's called?
Gully TV, man.
Gully TV.
Yeah, man. We been
Gully TV, you know how we do New York City. I might be the smoothest nigga, but I'm on Gully TV.
Yo, shouts to Gully TV. You already know what it is.
Gully TV, you already know Sight Cash.
Yeah, I've been out a week.
Gully TV, nigga, cocaine city.
Gully TV, nigga, y'all know what it is. Gully DVDs.
I return the band to Gully TV.
one run.
1 week.
Fat Pooh's the most lyrical underground king, mainstream dream, aka the son of song. Representing on Gully TV, nigga, live it down for hip hop.
I'm here, yo. I opened up my Facebook and seen you with some angel wings. That's when it really hit me hard. This ain't make believe. This ain't something I can make up like Maybelline. My cousin died, my cousin killed him. That's the way it seems. What's the difference between nightmares and crazy dreams? They killing people that ain't even in the gangster lean. They see you crying, they don't hope they rather make a meme. I'm trying to make amends, make a meal and make it clean. I got memories that hit me at the oddest moments. And they hurt like things I ain't never seen. No father for your kids, more problems for your kids. And the problem is we can never solve them for your kids. What do family mean? Somebody, I need an answer. We sick and we fighting, nobody gon' beat the cancer. We pointing fingers, nobody gon' beat the blame. Cause we all are blame, trust me, nobody leaving this chapter. Flag on the play, niggas really foul. Niggas scoring on they homies, think they killers now. Well, they killers, but they really fucking cowards. Cause it's nothing to take a nigga that trust you and go put him down. It's like the devil leading babies out the ghetto now. They on demon time, dying to be hitters now.
All things aside, I never really got aggression from him. Like, if you know him, you know his whole thing is finesse. He even finesse with the aggressiveness. He'll lean on you through different means. You get what I'm saying? So it's just different. I don't know.
When you say he'll lean on you, can you give an example?
I'm just saying, like, he got influence in regards to who he can get on the phone and whatnot. And if he in motherfuckers DMs like, damn, you don't fuck with homeboy, this, that, and the third, a lot of niggas they backed up on me because of that.
Oh yeah, I know what that's like. Somebody tried to pull that with me.
Yeah,
it didn't work.
But it worked with a lot of people, and it's a campaign, and you know that's just how it go. You know, so I understand that. I be working around that because I got people that come for me. Like, they come for me. They don't come for none of the bullshit. They don't care about none of the drama. They just come for me. And I got people that come for the other shit, but I ain't here for them.
Do you regret that, I don't know, maybe it was 60 days, that 60-day period when you was going wild?
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
Why?
Because for real, bro, I could have took that passion and put that shit somewhere else. This just me looking back. I'm looking back. It's in hindsight, right? I could have took that passion and that pain and all those things, all my truths, and I could have dropped some genuine, pure shit if I would have been able to harness it correctly. But I let it get ahead of me, and once I let it get ahead of me, I was telling the truth, but I was very emotional, man. Sometimes people, you could tell the truth, you could tell the right truth, and people would think you telling a lie.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it was like one of those situations, like it was too much involved, wrapped up in all that, and I wish I didn't wrap myself up like that. Yeah.
No doubt. So did you feel that you ever got a chance to get the risk taker situation off, or you going back to the whole solo situation, establish that first, and then give it another shot?
The risk taking situation is a dead situation. That was a situation, I'm gonna touch on that right quick. That was a situation brought to me by some dudes that I was running with at one time. These dudes not these dudes, one individual did something to me and it crippled our relationship for real. So we was out of contact, but I still was repping, and I was the only one known as the risk taker, right? Even though I didn't start it. So when you know, when individuals get caught up and they all sitting back like, damn, well, he's still running with this and he's still running with that, none of us cool. Let me go ahead and put some salt in the water. So they try to put some salt in the water on me, and the salt in the water that they put on me is what they send to them guys. You feel what I'm saying?
So the risk taker situation, them was some York niggas.
Nah, they out of town niggas that know niggas from York. It's all the same situation though. I know what you're getting at. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So what was the end? What was the end of that? Where did that go?
Man, that situation for me was one of the scariest times for me, right? And it still is. Because I know for sure that them people would love to probably get me and sit me in a situation. That's not where it's at with me though. You get what I'm saying? They go back, they look. He was working. He wasn't around these guys. These guys not being truthful. They not giving all their paperwork to even show that the scope of whatever they got going on ain't even had nothing to do with me. How come when something that got something to do with you and not nothing to do with me, you get jammed up for something like that? Why you playing with my name like that? Mm-hmm. So it'd be a salty situation because right before all that, and a couple dudes from that city know, but I don't put them in no bad situations because it's like I don't want them there fighting my battles for me, right? But a couple of them dudes in that city got the whole entire paperwork and said, Shady, you not in this joint.
Right. Okay.
But it's like they all folks though. It's a small city, they folks. So when somebody playing with you, they ain't gotta show up. I'm probably the only person they could do that with in Philly.
Where was you at when they got picked up?
Who?
OBH.
Probably was at work.
You had moved. You had already left the city.
I haven't lived in the city since I was 24. Yeah, I haven't lived in the city since I was 24. That's deep. I always say 16, 17, but reality is I came home and I lived in the city for 2 years. And from 22 to 24, I lived in the city. And when I went back to jail, and when I went back to jail for 2 years, I came home and moved out the city, and I've been out the city ever since. Way before I even met Abner.
Right. When they did get arrested, was you surprised?
No, I didn't even know for like 3 days. So then my homie got in contact, cause I was like screening calls to the point where and I got the same number. That's why I got old text messages from me and you, but I was screening calls to the point where as though I watched all of them drop off. Certain people I'm like, did I add to this person's life or did they add to my life? People who I felt as though they genuinely added to my life, I just kept them in my rotation some way, somehow. Mm-hmm. People who I felt as though I added to their life and they needed me still to be there, I kept in contact with them. But people I feel as though I added to their life and they did nothing to help contribute back to a better quality of my life, I got rid of them, bro. So I wasn't talking to people that really was like caught up with that. But one of my homies that I did have in my rotation, he hit me, he was like, yo, you see they got homeboy in them, he said something like you a prophet or something like that, and that bugged me out. Because you know what I'm thinking, my mind going somewhere else. I'm like, never that. But I looked and I seen it, and I think the first thing I thought to myself was, this some dumb shit. Right. That's what I thought. I looked.
Was it surprising?
Mm-mm. It was more so like, I just thought back to the videos, like the battle with General Reezy with all them pistols. I thought back to like the Instagram pictures with all the money. I thought back to that type of stuff. I didn't even really necessarily think about the raps because I wasn't really listening to the raps. Right. People will try to send me shit. I'm really not sitting through listening to a nigga dissing me. You feel what I'm saying? Right. I ain't even really make it to the end because it's like sitting there listening to a nigga talk crazy to you. I don't want to hear it. Whatever you say, I don't want to hear it.
Did you have a relationship with General Reezy?
Yeah, we had a fairly good relationship up until, like right up until all that with Ab and them. I think the relationship got altered. You know, this what it was. Me and Reezy had a conversation, and I let Reezy know. Me personally, I told Reezy, I don't want to keep going through it with them. You feel me? This before all this stuff really hit a high. I'm like, Reezy, I don't really want to keep going through it with them, bro. This shit corny. It's out of pocket. You know what I mean? If you arrange something, bro, if you call for a truce, I'll be the first one to lay down my weapons. I'm telling you. That's basically what I told him. He said, all right, I'm going to make that call, bro. He made the call. I thought he was going to post it like within the next hour or two because he called me back. I thought he was going to post it in like the next hour or two. And he didn't. So when he did post it, I had went to sleep. And when I got up, it was like hours later. He called me like, he was already calling me and texting me. I called him back. I'm like, yo, bro. He's like, damn, man, I just feel like, damn, you really playing my hand out here. And I didn't really know what he was talking about. I'm like, what you talking about, bro? So he explained to me that he posted it and he ain't posted. He'd been posted for hours. I said, bro, I was asleep. You waited hours to post it. So I said, as we talking, I'm right on the post. And I'm taking the cop out. Boom. So I put it on there. But Ab and them felt some type of way because their whole thing was, nigga, we ain't copping out to this nigga. We put it on there first. So they took it back. And when he took it back, he went on his page and he put something up in regards to that. Like, I ain't laying down I ain't laying down on it for this nigga. You know what I mean? I don't even want, you know. So Reezy called me for like, he told me like, he feel like I'm disrespecting his leadership. And that's when we had a little back and forth verbal like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? You don't feel like you disrespecting me? Fuck you mean? You can't talk to me like that.
When he say leadership,
yeah.
What leadership position did he
Bro,
have?
he fucked my head up with that. I'm telling you, like, Reezy is Reezy. I respect Reezy, and I ain't gonna talk him to dead. He a grown man.
Right.
He's a grown man, but he fucked my head up when he's like, what the fuck? I ain't, no, you fucked my head up, and because I got genuine love for him. I had genuine love for him, so it was more so like damn, bro, we be building. This ain't how our relationship supposed to play out.
Right.
Our relationship ain't supposed to play out on some corny shit about some corny shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is out of control. So that's the view I was taking on the whole thing. So I even mentioned it in Mud Brothers. I said, General Reezy, don't let the people split us. I'm one of them people that carry DZ, nigga. I see you right now, it's like I'm seeing Jigga. If I reach you right now, it's like the greeting different. It's like you don't want me to flex on, compete with niggas. Because they was taking shots and I'm taking shots back, and he telling me he feels some type of way about the shots I'm taking. So it was shit like that, man. Right. So when I put that out, I think I sent the lyrics to Reezy that night. I honestly think he got locked up the next day. By the time he came home, I wasn't fucking with the music. I wasn't even around, even greeting, or none of that. I was in my own zone. And when he got killed, it was just like, for me, it was just like, this what we be begging for. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean that in a sense, like, not this what we deserve, but this is why we gotta want more than just to be this guy or this guy, this guy or this guy. I was disappointed because Reezy died, and I used to talk to him, and I know that he had a son named Abel. And when I would be on the phone with him and Abel would be in the camera and he'd be playing with him, and you could tell that Reezy really wanted to give him everything he didn't have himself in life, or everything that he wanted to give. And at that point, when you look up and they say Reezy dead, or Reezy dead or something like that, and he gone, that's what I think. And I say to myself, this what we asking for.
The way we be living and shit.
Yeah, so it's not. So when I'm explaining it the long way for the retards. I'm not saying this is what Reezy asked for, but I'm saying, like, if we keep going down the route that we going and we living and we perceiving things how we perceiving things, this is what we asking for. Right. This is the harsh reality of whatever choices we out here making, because this come with the streets. Right. And that's what people gotta understand.
When you was with them, was Skinny Me there? Was Skinny Me around?
Mm-hmm.
He was there on the regular?
Mm-hmm.
What was your relationship like with him? Did you speak to him?
Yeah, he was cool.
Regular person?
He was cool. Yeah, he was always like cool with me. And when he jumped sideways, like all the way sideways, I don't know. I said maybe that was some hostility that was already felt for me from somewhere. Because prior to that, like 2 weeks before that, I got footage and everything. I just had him in Times Square with me. Like, and I made sure the whole day he was with me, I made sure I paid him. Like, here you go, shorty. I don't want you ever to be nowhere with me and you ain't got no money.
Right.
That was, well, Lord, he said, this is what he said. He said, bro, Ab never did that for me. And I ain't say nothing like he should have did this, or I ain't even comment on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just looked at it like, that's between them. But I just let him know, like, bro, I don't ever want you to be nowhere with me and not have your own money. And I still paid for everything. Word. So I made sure when he go back, he had a reason to tell his family why he was gone. So many men come out the house every day and don't come back in with the lion's share. They can't even tell their family why they was gone all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Bro, get irritated. You just keep going out, coming back in, you ain't contributing nothing. She gonna start it. She gonna let somebody else jump on her, I'm telling you.
Right. Let's put the whole.
But yeah, he was around and he was cool. He wasn't like on no killer time with me.
Right.
I mean, he ain't strike me as like a little bitch or nothing like that. But
right.
He was we was alright. So when he jumped bad, the way he jumped bad, with the intensity behind it, I said this must have been something different. This must have been something personal that he been wanting to unleash. So it was like that. So, you know.
Let's get past that whole period. Let's go with 2020. You got new music and you continue to record. So tell me what's going on now.
I'm in the process of releasing a 14-song project entitled Heart of a Lion 2. It's a project exclusively produced by Money Montage. He just went platinum with NBA Youngboy. He produced Carter's Son. He got a couple. He has a couple gold records with Dave East, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not speaking. He got a #1 song in Canada with Skepta. At the same time, he was almost #1. I think he was #1 over here with NBA Youngboy, Carter's Son. Yeah, but him and I, he got a lot of stuff with a lot of different people, but him and I are working on this project, and it's done. It's just getting packaged up for the rollout. I'm trying to put everything in the prisons.
Okay. Title?
Heart of a Lion 2.
Okay, Heart of a Lion 2. How long did it take you to put this shit together?
Man, I've been working on this project since January, for real. That's when I really started getting back in my creative bag. I went through a couple different phases. I was recording. I was getting people to satellite record me, like record me from different locations. I'll be home at my home studio. They'll screen share, take over, run this program, and record me like that. But that put too much control of my music in someone else's hands. And what ended up happening is I became dependent upon that person so I could record, because I wasn't establishing the relationships that I need to establish in the music community that I live in now. So I ain't had the resources to get to a quality studio. So I put all my eggs in one basket with one person. And when he backed out, it took us 6 months to get to a point where he backed out and tried some shenanigans. And that's what pushed me in the studio for 3 days straight. In 3 days straight, I recorded 16 songs. 14 of them songs is going on a project.
No doubt. Make sure I get that shit first.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. I got you.
Make sure I get that shit first.
Shit, we can get it now, bro, because I got it. I got it.
At this point, I don't have anything further. We already had a prior relationship. We done been on live several times. I just wanted to give people some insight from the horse's mouth on what's going on. I think I kept it fairly clean. I didn't come here to dig on that issue. No. So, yeah, you've been great. Why don't you give my viewers your social media contacts and all the streaming sites where music is available?
Check this out. #1, I want to say this, man. Gully has always offered his platform to the people who keep it real. You feel what I'm saying? That's the whole thing that I don't think people understand with Gully. He never starts off his day having a problem with someone, right? It's usually someone that he went out his way to show love, that stepped out of bounds. But nonetheless, he's always kept it funky with me. So that's that. But you guys can follow me at I am Trendsetta Shady on IG. That's it. That's really it. Or Trendsetta Shady Music. That's my backup page. So I predominantly just do IG.
All right, my nigga. You get back. Go ahead and drop out for Gully TV. I appreciate it.
What'd you say?
Go ahead and give me a drop for Gully TV. Drop out.
Hey man, you already know this Trendsetta Shady. Yo, I'm Trendsetta Shady. I'm rocking with the real Gully TV. You already know what's up, man.